was just a matter of deploying it all at once and cascading onto Team Secret. Hell of a start for Myth, and what a way to start your series as the underdogs. Remember, Pavlos, this is a David versus Goliath, and I mean, hey, that's a story I love. One of the untouched points we kind of missed so far into the series is the fact that Beta is kind of a new addition for Made in Thailand, right? Yeah. It's been getting from bad to worse for them this continuing season, so now they're bringing him in, and we've already kind of see a different map agent pool from him, right? You can previously this team would play the Astra, but instantly with his addition, we're seeing an Omen. You're absolutely right. Something that does surprise me as well is on the Haven, a lot of the time they have sort of flirted with bringing a Killjoy of their own, and going for the Chamber and the Neon, suddenly you have a very aggressive defensive side, and we're seeing that now with the Chamber already peeking via sewers. It's a huge info grab and a man advantage for Myth. Well, better weapon here from Myth. You kind of expect them to do a lot better, and it seems to be just all going to plan, apart from that one. Dispenser quickly putting his teeth into Kangaroo, but you know, the rest of them kind of locked outside of mid, dark cover, just closing out the B site, and I think the defensive side even has this spike by their feet. All great victories come at a sacrifice, Pavlos. One or two players falling on your anti-eco really isn't the end of the world here. If Myth can keep 4 players alive and retrieve the Bulldogs, then they're in a grand position. Well, there you go. Perfect. Quick Aru kills as fast as that. 2-0 for Made in Thailand. What I really like as well is when you have both Bulldogs, it means that when you're going up against the buy of Team Secret, you still actually have a fair bit of teeth behind you. The one thing that's going to be interesting now is how the Neon really uses their ult on the defense. Bear in mind, we've got the Chamber who's just going to be bringing the Sword of Force out when there's an eco. For the Neon, there's no real set position to use the overdrive. And so because of that, it really comes down to player discretion. And for Kadoom, a usually quite aggressive player, I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing it on the defense to just push people. For Team Secret, on the topic of ults, Dispenser 1 away from the lockdown. That's something to keep an eye on this round as the Vandals get brought out for Team Secret as they prepare to assault this A site. Seems to be the name of the game for them, right? That A site. We saw it in the pistol. Yeah, okay, we kind of saw the mid push ever when they had pistols, but yeah. It's a different story. But now we kind of see their first instances of execution. That's what we want to see here from Team Secret. A lot of anticipation behind them, a lot of build-up, a lot of hype, and a lot of fans that want to see them do well. I'm really liking their Killjoy lineups. It's probably been one of the most solid attacking sides here from Team Secret. But this being Mad Thailand's map pick, you can expect there may be some anti-stratting on the board. I think that A-stratting actually may be coming to fruition here. You see how Team Secret faked a little bit of control over to mid. What it means is that the entirety of Myth just rotated. For Alone Feels here, a kill would be nice, but buying time would be even better. And with the shock darts available, hey, even a bit of harassment, even a bit of damage may just make that retake that bit easier. Jesse needs to be very careful there, just avoids the second dart. Interesting enough, Made in Thailand allowed Team Secret to gain the site without any trouble. And are looking to go for a 5 versus 5 retake here, but only 2 angles of attack are going to be approached, and primarily it's going to be from the heavens, right? Perfect paranoia, perfect follow-up with a fault line, but Kandu is concussed as he tries to dash in onto the site. Dispenser quick to shut him down, and Dubstep is looking to join in on the fray, allowing nothing for Myth here. Team Secret look to be on top and look to deny every sort of space accountability here for Myth. And Alone Feels will try and fill in the gap that has been created with the death of his teammates and will quickly fall straight after that. It's the first round for Team Secret as soon as they get guns on the board. For me, Dispenser there just shows his prowess, shows how bloody good this man can be. He is one of the best killjoys in the region, probably the best killjoy in the Philippines for quite a distance actually, and we see it there. It's perfect retake utility from Myth there. It doesn't get better. Every single player is either behind a smoke, concussed, nearsighted. They are not in a pretty position, but one well-placed swarm grenade prevents that entire push. If that swarm grenade wasn't there, or if Dubstep was out of position, that is a completely different story, and a very good chance that Myth actually get to that site and win their bonus. Would you say that Team Secret's lineup, considering has a lot of versatility on post parts, right? Can they play both aggressively, both kind of backwards as well? I mean, hey, on the topic of aggression, look at that from Kadoom. Yeah, I reckon exactly that. And oh my God, Kadoom! He is hungry for some kills, and I tell you what, Myth, they are happy to oblige him. They set him up, they line him up to take one at a time, and as Team Secret fall down, they're left with 2 players staring down a very well-equipped Myth. For a second there, I thought, okay, Team Secret probably not looking to go too aggressive there. It looked a little bit lopsided, you know, one by one, those players started to trickle in, and you know, Made in Thailand had a very aggressive placement themselves, had adequate amount of players there, so dealt with it very nicely. That chokehold, perfect from them. Oh, close. Oh.
Oh, the Spencer's so low as well. It's just so sad. Literally one bullet to like anywhere on his body would just do it for him.
That hurts to see, Pavlos. That really hurts to see. And the fact that Spencer now is able to go and rejoin Jesse there means that actually Myth could be in a little bit of trouble on A, particularly if Jesse gets that opening and it falls down to the 2v3 retake, because the Killjoy still has the Swarm Grenades available.
It's looking clean by Made in Thailand.
30 seconds left.
Looking clean indeed. Dispenser on a one-man journey. Looking to move forwards. Ah, there you go. That's one. At least one kill has been found. Other than that, it is a round for Myth.
Yeah, it's laboured in places, but I tell you what, Kadoom, he's starting to wake up, and with a solid start, this is where things get interesting, because now Kadoom is feeling it. He's been shown that his aggression can be justified, and that he can make it work. Overdrive's available. There are actually a fair few ults available for Myth. They're probably retake ults and more eco ults, but nonetheless, they have that option. And so long as they have that utility arsenal to work with, Team Secret need to be very wary with how they launch their attacks here. They do have a lockdown available. They're one away from a Rolling Thunder. Hopefully with the control of an ult torp here, Team Secret may be able to launch a very convincing hit to this A site, but you've got to go past both a very angry Chamber and his cousin of Sober.
Ooh. That's a perfect opening here for WannaFly. Volcom just gets knocked out. Yeah, we saw an overdrive towards the left extremity, but, you know, that alarm bot would have spotted it anyway. Push comes through onto the site. It's Dubstep straight after it, getting the first entry. That is WannaFly no more. Konkara looking to try and hold it back a little bit more, but the space has been granted for Team Secret.
Interestingly enough as well, the overdrive has been expired as well. So Kadoom is currently without a weapon going into the 2v3 retake.
Kongara desperately trying to use this upper angle to find space, find a kill. Aftershock to the sideline. Oh, that's a head. Didn't quite deliver, though. Rolling Thunder will be delivered from the attack as Team Secret will want to hold them back from the main entry of the site. Kongara from above also gets shut down. This is looking strong by Made in Thailand, unless Kadoom and Beta can do something about it. Can they do? Oh, what a shot! Kadoom will want to go in for more. Oh, but it's better to do it. Drop in from the skies. It's Kadoom with the shutdown.
Okay, I tell you what, Pavlos, in the pre-game we said that Myth's afterplants are very good. I take it back, their retakes are very good as well. And for an Omen of Breach, you're sort of equipping yourself for the retakes. But what's interesting, actually, is Myth aren't showing that to Team Secret. Rather than just backing off, playing with a very passive setup, which is usually just gives the game away, they're still aggressing. They still have forwarded positions from the Chamber. They still allow Kadoom to push whenever he wants, wherever he wants, whenever he wants. And you look at the ults that are now going to complement whatever retake comes next. They're going to bring the Hunter's Fury online this round as well. And they may not even need the ults, because look at Team Secret's economy, Pavlos. It's currently up a very certain creek without a panel, because you've only got a Vandal to try and shut down the likes of Myth.
It's a hero Vandal. And, I mean, Dubstep knows next round Yale have the blades. It's not too big of a deal to kind of spend the credits for it. But, yeah, this is Made in Thailand taking a stand, you know, giving us reasons why this is their own map pick. But Hunter's Fury enabled on a pistol round. Okay. This means that there's a good potential for them to turn this even forwards, especially if they're able to gain any more weapons out of that trade. They have definitely got on the space. If you look, the A site is completely open. The fight in mid goes in favor of Kongara, which means it stabilizes the defense for just a little bit longer. Still, trades do commence. Remember, this round started with pistols with Team Secret, and now they have a solid chance of unlocking this round for them.
Two very, very convincing clashes from both of these teams. You have Dubstep, who's been enabled beautifully, followed by Myth, who have been able to control their aggression beautifully as well. That push through mid, time to perfection. The follow-up from Garage as well, absolutely perfect, but it's a Dubstep who's able to punish it regardless of how successful the initial fight is. 2 versus 2 retake, yes, there's a Rolling Thunder, yes, there's a From the Shadows, but I don't think Myth want to use them. They were against pistols here, Pavlos. It feels like an overcommitment.
Jason Fashion as well has got himself a Vandal this time around, you know, finding it off of one of the fallen players of Made in Thailand. The Rolling Thunder will be utilized very, very early, and it only catches one out of the players, which means that long position can be taken in consideration when it comes to denying the defuse. Already Kongara has to fall. Very aggressive there from Beta, but it stops it to get it done. Team Secret with a very thrifty round.
Kadoom's had his round, now it's Dubstep to bring it back. Pavlos, we have a game on our hands. Remember, Haven is Myth's map pick, so there is going to be a pinch of salt to take with this. Something what is interestingly enough, though, is the fact that for Myth, they are on the defense. I think at this point it's sort of accepted that it's the least favored side of this map. They only really need 5 or 6 rounds, and they're in a beautiful position. For Team Secret, realizing this, round 7, yes, they have a bye, but they're up against the Tour de Force now, and it will be our first sniper to be brought out this game. This is where the experience of Team Secret really starts to show, though. I love the fact we're seeing such an early timeout.
I love it as well, but it's from Team Secret, right? I mean, they were the ones that just won it, considering it's a pistol. Maybe it's kind of a cool-off, kind of just, guys, remember, all right, yeah, that was a hype round. We shouldn't have won that. Yes, as well, the Hunter's Fury utility at the start was a very risky play, but it did pay off in the end.
Something I think is probably to calculate the fact that they've baited out the Rolling Thunder and the From the Shadows. I think they're trying to figure out how the Hunter's Fury is going to sort of tie into this round and how they can mitigate its effectiveness.
It's definitely a lot to consider. Also in regards to breaking the economy made in Thailand, winning this round could definitely maybe bring them to an equilibrium when it comes to rounds. So yeah, no, this next round will actually be very, very influential in the standings.
What I also think is quite strong from Team Secret is the fact that Dubstep is now starting to come online. I want to see how consistently he can do it. He still has a Blade Storm in his back pocket should it be needed. And for Team Secret, it's a change. It's going to be their first hit to see. And for Beta, his Jubilee game and a chance to be tested.
That is such a fast push. The fault line is perfect, but the Paranoia is even better. It's going to be a TP away, but Kungared is left behind. Now he's paranoid, and there's an aftershock right after him. That could be his downfall. Bokum is the one to find the entry, but look how quickly Made in Thailand have rotated. All three players are here, and they're able to line shots up against Team Secret. What a conversion by Myth.
Lambs to the slaughter, Pavlos. Team Secret, they run in one at a time, and Myth just shuts them down. Hell of a rotation as well, as you mentioned. I love the fact that once they realize, and once they identify the fact that Dubstep's made such a deep foray, they know it's no longer a fake. They know with the follow-up utility, it has to be a commitment. And with that, Kadoom, I mean, hey, he just rises to it. The fact Kadoom's still getting kills means that this Neon is going to have such a strong game. And I said for Beta, remember, he's only the new addition to Myth. He's the new kid on the block. The fact he was able to delay that long, and the fact he was able to buy that much time for the rotations was just perfect. Team Secret, once again, up against it with very little in terms of economy, but just enough to sort of scramble a buy, and hey, a Blaze Storm to hit the B site.
Team Secret really loving this momentum right now. Yes, they lost the previous round, a very high influential round, a very important round for Myth to win. Kungared is pushing this. He's pushing this. Who does this? Kungared! Just too far out of his depth there, without any support, ends up falling. And that means that Team Secret have got a massive advantage here, again with pistols, again with a Blaze paying dividends.
For Kungared, if he made that work, the round's over. But the fact he falls down means Team Secret really put this back into consideration.
They're pushing from Garage this time around. They're trying to line things up here, but it's a simple trade. And when you have the numbers here, Team Secret seem to come out on top. Recon into the dark cover, trying to spare the Coloss, updraft and Blades, but no. Touched once again, but it's just so many players. There is a world where that would have worked, but this world ain't it.
Just about, it's almost 60 HP total was what was left on Team Secret there, but it doesn't matter. The fact is, not only were they able to convert that round, they were also able to really hurt the economy of Myth here. They can justify a force buy here. It won't be pretty by any stretch of the imagination, and what that means is it comes with a risk, a debt, you could say, they bring on, where if this round fails, they're straight down to an eco, and you hand all of that early success back to Team Secret as they bring in an equalizer. Really calculated push there from Team Secret, and some really strong entries from Dubstep.
What's up with these pistol buys from Team Secret? It's the second time running they've done this, and they can't even convert buy rounds. What is this? I mean, I guess, yeah, Made in Thailand made a couple of missteps, but, you know, they were able to punish very, very nicely. Good little dash in. Kungared able to trade it back, not too bad, having a Spectre in hand, but he's being overwhelmed by so many players, so much utility, there's so much being thrown at them. Kadoom, and it's a final ditch effort, tries to enter the site, but he's all by himself, unassisted. And that is Team Secret closing up that gap.
For me, I feel like that's where Team Secret are really starting to show their experience. You see how quickly they were able to trade off one another? More importantly, once those players were pushing through Link, that player back site, I believe it was Dispenser, he suddenly goes passive. He allows Wiz to then be the one to take the fights. And it means that for the Wits, it's just easy shutdowns and duels, which you're going to have the advantage in. Remember, Pavlos, a fair fight is a bad fight. And right now, for Team Secret, they're really emphasizing that.
Made in Thailand. Maybe in a little trouble. At the start, it seemed like, yes, they had a read on Team Secret's plays, but now it seems that Team Secret have found their way out of this struggle. Open the horizons again to that A site, a very familiar one we've seen so far. Aldron used to clear out long, but the rest of them use the underground passage to get forwards. Dubstep, updraft as well onto the box together with a Cloudburst. Kadoom is unspotted and runs away with 2 before he loses his own life. Oh, that was ever so quick by Myth.
Where did that come from, frankly? It it's also a really strong read from Myth there. I absolutely love that. And you want to know something interesting as well there. It's the IGL is doing a really good job at sort of gamble stacking. And it's not necessarily a gamble. They have that sort of final player who floats a little bit. Sometimes they're peeking over to B, sometimes they're fighting for Garage. This time, they hover over to that A site. They already have 3 players in position, at which point the Crossfires just get the best of Team Secret. The fact we are seeing such an established and experienced team get matched in strategical prowess from Myth really is starting to light the fires of passion within me, Pavlos. I am loving this team thus far, and even though our desk were all for Team Secret, granted, who can blame them? They are the titans of this tournament. Myth are giving a very, very good opening.
Yeah, they're really giving them a run for their money, aren't they? And now Team Secret have slowed things down a bit. Step back a notch.
I love it. I was going to say, this is the first operator we're actually seeing invested from Myth as well. The fact they're able to get that kill and then rotate it to the correct position is just perfect.
What a read. And they haven't even gained space yet. Holds its ground, but
brave.
Tracy Vash able to keep things going here. Hunter's Fury also opening things up as Borkum aggresses. That's clear ground control. That C-long position is fully theirs as well as the site.
Once again, it's just perfect from Team Secret to be able to recover a round which it looked like they had no business in whatsoever. There's a lot of pressure onto a lone Filster. However, that doesn't necessarily mean he's out of it. He's made some clutches look very, very winnable, even though he wasn't quite able to convert them.
Let's see what you can do here. First contender. Can't account for it. Can't account for the left swing as well. Indeed, teamwork makes the dream work. And Team Secret have 1 round to 11.5 to equalize.
For Team Secret, dreams and ambitions, they align the same, and that's to get that VCT APAC LCQ spot to go to Champions. Right now, Myth are trying to stand in their way, and frankly, they are doing a bloody good job of it. I like the bravery from Wanna Fly here. It's the recovery from Team Secret I love even more, though. The fact they're able to catch out the Omen with the Hunter's Fury means that there's no potential to flank or crossfire. It means that the players coming through Garage can just barrel their way towards main and then just shut down Myth completely. One thing that there is to highlight, though, is as we enter the final round of this half, look at the ult management. Beta and Wanna Fly both one away from bringing out their ults. This is to accompany the rest of Myth, who all have theirs available. Over on Team Secret, though, it's going to be a lockdown and a rolling thunder. That's it. Myth really calculated time out here. I love this. And more importantly, off the back of it, look how all 4 players are positioned. They want to aggress somewhere, and with an overdrive, it's perfect.
How important is it for Myth to actually gain a 7th year and have that 2
And there's a timeout from team made in Thailand, because they are not looking happy with this, because they have a nice start, 4-1 start they have, but then Team Secret just exploiting B and C weak defenses and rushing towards the side without any resistance. And this is the final round in the first half. If they lose this, this is gonna be tough for them to come back, because 6-6 in their attacking side, the Team Secret is gonna happy with that. But when they come back in the defensive side, they are just need a 1 pistol round and then can build their economy towards from their. They can simply shut, but in the heaven attacking side always gets upper hand. So let's see what is gonna happen in here. And this is look like a push. 4 players already towards A, and they are moving towards a long, checking a short angle. Finally dispels and with going to a short, 2 players on the long, so is there to assist a Jet, but there we can see broken only 1 player that is playing a B, sorry, playing C just for a fake, and they succeed with it because they are playing complete aggressive. So as soon as Thailand heard a shot on the C, they simply rotate there and they fell for a trap. Now Secret has a site. They are going for plant, but Spike is planted, and now they have a complete control. But there we can see some shots, but at the end, Dubstep is there to save the day. There's a nice flag from him, but at the end he goes down. 1v3 situation, but Wirtz is there to stop him, and this is a 6-6 half for the first half. And this is it. Team Secret done it. They made a comeback in the first half. But now there's a bit break time. After 1 minute, we will be back with the next half of the match. Then we will decide the first win. There will be 3 matches in the row. And there we can see that was the first pistol round. There's some nice frag. Nice utility used from both teams to not just to take control of the positions, but they also get some kills to us because of it. And there was a nice double kill from Dubstep. Gets a round for them. Some team secret only push when they just go directly to the side without stopping, without any setbacks. They are just go for the push, and they succeed that way because every time they try to go slowly for the side, most probably they didn't win. Okay, they just win a single round on the A side where Dubstep gets that double kill, and that was a eco round. But at the end, rest of the 5 rounds come from B or C. Those were just complete aggression, and at the end, last 12th round, they get a C. So get a side because they play with the bit of mind game, because from the rest of the half they play aggressive, and last time they set a trap for the C, and Made in Thailand fell for that, and they easily get a side. But now there's some changes. Now they are on defensive side, but they give a free side to teams. Made in Thailand, Team Secret try to get a retake, but this Prince already goes down. There you go, Kaboom goes down as well. Sorry, Kaboom gets a kill. And Made in Thailand doing their job with the holding aside. Now Dubstep has to do a step up. Beta is there to stop, and they are playing. Okay, that's it. He lose. And Wits is only there to defend this, and he's getting kills 1v1. But at the end, Beta is there to save the day. That was really close. Not look like their game, but still. Team Secret did nice game, nice comeback, nice try we can say, but not a complete comeback. But that was a nice attempt. That was his breach versus breach, but at the end, Made in Thailand gets a pistol round, and this is not looking good because once you have a pistol, you supposed to get the second round in the row, because there's no buy from Team Secret. They just have some one shorty, rest of the pistol, normal pistols, and they still have one scout. So maybe there's some potential for a long range shots, but if they go complete aggressive, they might not even get a time to do something. Okay, this could be a nice step from Team Secret. This could be a right read from them. 4 player on A side, and we can see Thailand is moving towards A. This could be disaster for them, and but no, Dubstep missed the shots, and that's not good. Kaboom gets the first kill, gets the entry, and rest just fall apart. Team Secret is not looking good in this defensive side. They're gonna lose second round just in an instant. Maybe if Dubstep gets that shot on the long, maybe that could be their game. But now it's not looking good. Trying to do some damage with the sheriffs, but not able to get even a single frag. Beta surely goes down, but that's all they're gonna get in the second round. Now Made in Thailand back on steering wheel with the 8-6. And there you go, 15th round. Now they have a full buy, but Made in Thailand playing with the bonus weapons. So let's see if they can pull it off or not, because now Team Secret has better weapons. So there's no chances they get the 7, but still not a bad buy for Made in Thailand as well. But for attacking, if they play with pit distance, so that would be not a problem. But there we go, Kaboom with the aggressive push. I mean, gets a kill. And that's it. This is just a disaster for Team Secret. That was a quick rush. This is what I'm talking about. On the attacking side, in Team Secret's attacking side, they did the same. Every time they push without thinking, just go for aggressive pushes, they succeed. And same goes for Thailand. They did the same thing. They go for aggressive pushes, take its duels head on, and they succeed in that as well. So fast play is a meta for this match. And there we go. It's 1v4, looking for some exit frag. And we can see team made in Thailand got some free upgrades here as well. They start with the 3 specters, but now they have a 3 vandals in their hand. Although one of fly yet to recover the vandal, but that's alright. That's a good win for them. But there we go. One vandal is dropped. Okay, they are going for hunt, but no, they will not get the win here. Okay, that was not expected from Team Secret. They're gonna lose this round, but that can hits happen. Now it's again eco round for them, so it could be a potential 10-6 for Thailand. They are looking good with that. Boom is doing a great job for him. 16-11 for him. His aggression gives him a round to go through, and there you go. Okay, that's something. He got a 1 fall back, but now he needs assistance, but team is late. That's it. Side control has been taken. Now it's just Alone Fields gets to, and now it's just Jesse Bash. Jesse Bash is there.
And they were close enough to be able to really just respond to Team Secret. They had no angle where they could have hit every player.
The sheriff in hand.
Well, for Kongara, easy shutdown.
The light armor, but he still gets a 1. That's we got a nice start, but 1v3 is still yet to be dealt with. But that's it. The boom is there to shut him down. And their attacking side looking great than their defense side, because they can 4 in a row, and now it's not looking good for Team Secret. They are losing. Although this is a made in Thailand's week, so it's not that bad, but still they have to be careful. Next is gonna be Asian. Yes. Team Secret has to win their match pick, because this match is almost over, because every time they are just pushing through and they succeed every single round, and they're gonna get seaside for free once again. Yes, 1 kill as well. Already Team Secret is lone player. There's 1 player advantage. Nice try with Headhunter, but we found nothing.
With the flank of the chamber in the Omen as well, this is seriously going to miss.
Team Secret just crumble the pressure. Okay, that's a nice smoke. Try to go for ninja defuse, but that's not gonna happen. 5 players there to defend it.
Denying it for just a little longer, and it's straight out into the open. And now they'll just make their appearance. Beta just comes in from the sideline. They try and get
Okay, that's it.
Try is all they can. A lot of kills too.
Okay, there's some kills, but at the end that's all they're gonna get. They are not going to get an implant in their round. They just able to do some damage, but there's no time for defuse. That was a nice time game. As soon as they touch the spike, there was a ult from Breach, simply destroying him. I guess get them away from the spike. Although they lose some duels, they lose the players, but they done their job. Spike got boom, and that's kaboom. So this is okay. Team Secret has a bye, so let's see if they can come back or not. 11-6 already on the board. And this time, okay, that's not good. The tap strap guy misses the shots, and he has a chance to take a one down. But now he should not peek here. He goes for it, although he gets away with his light armor. All he has. Not complete buy. This is a forced buy from them, but they have to work with it. Otherwise, this game is done and dusted. Alright, there we go. Made in Thailand. Regroup towards B, and that's a push in the B. Once again, kaboom with the aggression. Gets the first opening pick, and this looks like 12-4 made in Thailand because they have a player advantage. Spike is planted, complete control of a B side. It's not looking good for Team Secret. Okay. This could... Okay, kaboom is a lot on the side. Rest of the player fall back. And this is working well for them. Kaboom is buying a time as much as he can. He done his job. Buy enough time. And now, Jevesh, okay. Jevesh comes from the behind, but at the end, that's all he can get. Just one kill. Instead get traded. And this is 12 on the board for Team Thailand. Team Secret, not even a single round in the defensive side.
Even in the talent room, you're kind of going into the day, we were planning our broadcast, we all went, said it's going to be 2-0 Secret. Granted, I had a bit of change of
this is not looking good for Team Secret. They not even win a single round in the defense. We know Heaven is the best option for attacking, but it's not that best for them because they only able to manage 6+6. And there you go, kaboom with the aggression once again. He is doing his job once again. Gets the side. All they lose 2 players, but they get 3 in return. Now it's a 2v3. Spike is planted, and Sova is waiting in the smoke. Gets one, but instantly get traded by Kaboom. And Kaboom is doing his job. He's doing everything. That's nice for them. And he gets the first round for his team. This is nice going for them. This is their map pick, but that was a really good for them. They just destroyed Team Secret. All there was some back and forth in their defensive side, but in the attacking side, they just overwhelmed them. That was a flawless attacking side from them. Simply just not even let a single round get away. Not even let them come close to win even a single round in that attacking side. That was a great match for them. And we will be back with the next match after a break.